One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, a squad looking to put on a show. Taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. So Kansas State's offense has the ball first today. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. If you make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Johnson wants to throw it. Finds his back in the middle. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting there first.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Paul, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Oakland. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Quarterback may change this route. Jackson will throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Fox. At the 45, on its way. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold.
Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new...
Turning it on! They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Can't throw a rock in Manhattan, Kansas without hitting something named after Bill Snyder. A big ass to replace him. But, man, has Chris Kleiman done a brilliant job.
He has done a great job. And this is a program that's always built on the right stuff. It's built on toughness. It's built on defense. It's built on playing good special teams. That's why you mentioned Snyder, because that's all the things he brought. Jesse, I want to see them now with their quarterback being solidified take this offense to a new level.
Yeah, Avery Johnson's the guy, and he makes wow plays when you watch film. He does things that absolutely blow your mind, and if he can play at a consistent level and this offense can have balance, there's no question the sky's the limit for Kansas State.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Kansas State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on second down. Got a man. It's Montgomery. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Jackson gonna throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Converts on fourth down, still going. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking for room. It's Montgomery. Stuck on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got out of trouble and throws. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Hand off from the shotgun. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. All down, but they'll move the sticks.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. These guys got their nose bloodied in the Big 12 last year. They took it personally through the offseason and eager to atone this year.
And guys this year are just going to have to step up and make more plays as well. And they've got some dudes who they feel are very, very talented, but weren't always playing to their potential. Last year, David, it's got to start in Game 1 in conference play this season.
No doubt. We got to set the tone early, send a message early. We're not that team from a year ago. Like, that was a bad season. That was a down season. We're going to turn this around. Got to get that momentum created Game 1 if you want this season to be successful.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting a big tackle for a loss.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the 1st down. Nice job by the offense.
And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. Finds the tight end. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
They just keep firing. Gets it out fast. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. He leaves it with his back. Bulldozes his way through. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll go back to work on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Jackson will throw. Here's a heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to take a shot on second and short. Going to take a shot. Got it. Pulls it in and runs into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half, when you got to have it. Execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. This is a designed run. Oh, better look out! And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Manhattan. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage coach team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football power out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Quarterback making checks. Jackson going to throw it. The quick out. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Fire complete to the left. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on 2nd and short. Handoff to the single back. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything.
Oh, he's got some swing. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes him play after the grab.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Bring in the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
We're losing. We got to put a few drives together here, but most importantly, I got to stop getting my quarterback hit. I got to give him a little bit more protection, maybe that extra second so he can get that deep ball off and make some plays for this offense.
Jackson will throw. Good timing on the quick out. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
All right, they get the completion, don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And how nice is it then to have a big physical quarterback like this guy, right? You got 4th and short, quarterback sneak. Everybody knows it, but he's just plowing into that offensive line and driving his legs, pushing forward to pick up the first down.
On first down from the 13-yard line. The run from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He's got it. Makes the easy catch and weaves his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bradley. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Johnson looking to throw. There's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Got it across the 35 to the 36, but the defense knew that line to defend, and they force a 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Fox. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the
78 got to count a block.
We've reached the end of the 3rd
What you
quarter.
doing?
We have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we
Come
take a
on,
peek at the
man.
stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. He might want another play. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Fox. Strong, firm tackle. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Move to pick up yards.
Michael, your name has a question
And with
mark,
that
so are
effort,
you
they
really
pick up
Michael
a
Fuller?
fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Makes the catch. It's Burke.
Right, it was not. So.
Oh, I like that.
And now on 2nd down for this offense.
So I thought it was
Jackson gonna throw it.
Oh, that's right, because it
Fires to
takes
the
your
big
initials
fella.
or whatever you put
Tackled
in
at the
there.
45.
Throwing everyone off.
Michael's like, I'm not feeling it today, so I'm going to call myself something else. All right. Where is everybody? I'm giving them a minute or two.
Five-yard pickup.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Here's the handoff. Turning it on.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Second down coming up. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. On the ground with the counter. Nice move to keep running. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. The give from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Jackson will throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a 3rd and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously can't...
There he goes! Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the 4th quarter. Looking to throw. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
How about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. App State went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Mountaineers in a statement win if there ever was one. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it from the gun. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got it behind the line. It's Edwards. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Johnson wants to throw it. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Got it in the middle, it's Bradley. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
And you just wonder if this defense now is starting to feel it a little bit. They're a bit on their heels after that 4th down play to keep this drive going. Someone's going to have to step up here and stop the lead. They're only up by 1 possession.
Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And coaches love having options late in the football game. They put a nice drive together, and those 2 timeouts allowing them to stay balanced late in this game when they got to have points.
Got it in the middle, it's Bradley. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing...
He's going to let it go. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game late. But with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
Give to the back. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a 1st down, and it'll be 4th. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. The give on the option. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Johnson looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Edwards. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Staring at a third and long here in this first overtime possession. Now the play fake. Under fire. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. He splits the uprights. And now they take the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Using his legs, it's Montgomery. Sweet cut there. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole playbook.
The lone back's got it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
The offense changing the play. Jackson going to throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Third down here in overtime and some work to do. Wants to throw on third down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fox. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
There's a fine line between aggressive and reckless. This might cross over as they pass on the field goal and go for it on fourth down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. A little surprising that they're not taking the field goal, push it to another overtime. Instead, they'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. This is one of the best games we've called this season, a thriller, and it comes down to the wire here in overtime.
I could watch these two teams play another 6 times this year, just back and forth, trading blows, offenses coming up with explosive plays, big hits all over the field. David, this is what college football is all about.
No doubt. I love your excitement, but where's the defensive mentions? Some good defense out there, too, there, homeboy. I know it's not just offenses that get you excited. Some defensive plays, too. Nip and tuck the whole game, decided in overtime, crushing loss.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of